What kinds of tools are in your toolbox for managing your nerves?
Oh man. Okay, let's see. Thankfully I haven't had to use them too much recently, so I'm a little rusty. But I think the biggest one is mindfulness. And so when you're dealing with anxiety, your heart's kind of racing, your mind's kind of racing. Your job in that moment is to slow down because your body biologically is trying to speed you up because there's a threat to you, right? And so what you need to do is slow down to convince your brain that you're actually not a threat. Because if you're slowing down, there isn't an issue, right? And so slowing down your breath, diaphragmatic breathing is very big. That actually triggers the nerves at, I'm probably going to butcher it, parasympathetic nerves, I believe, which that actually biologically triggers you to calm down. The other moment is just waiting out. Anxiety, those hormones that go through you only last 20 minutes. And so if you just make it through 20 minutes, you'll be okay. Now that's not going to stop it from reiterating another 20 minutes, but you just got 1 minute of relief, right? So in my worst times, I was like, I just need to make it 20 minutes. 1 minute breathing. Okay, another 20 minutes, right? But now it's like months in between, right? Because I've just been working on that. So the other one to help with mindfulness is grounding. And so going into the room, so like white door, green painting, or another one. If you're on the podcast, you probably can't see this, but I'm putting my index finger on my palm and going in circles and really just focusing on that feeling. Again, that takes you out of your head, puts you in the moment, and slows you down. I like that one because that one you can do like under the table while you're in a meeting. And then for depression, that one's much harder because that one's like a death by like 1,000 cuts. It's like you don't really know you're depressed until you're like deep in it, and you're like, oh, things have been really slow. And the biggest thing for that one has actually just been medication. There's no kind of there's for me personally, there hasn't been any like tool or skill I could do. Because that one's more like a long term slow burn, and medication's been the only one that's been really helpful in changing that. And I can see that actually in my career and kind of like my side businesses. When I finally got my medication dialed in, my career kind of just skyrocketed.